other than Daybreak. So let's get this underway.
And Daybreak, such a great map to get this started with. Absolutely love it, and apparently the community does too. But spawning in the top right of the map, we do have the blue Terran. It is going to be MvP.Keen, who has to take first place in this tournament to make it to the grand finale. And so the pressure is on for him. He has to make every game count. His opponent spawning in the bottom left is playing the bug race, the insects. It is going to be LgNZeNEX.Life, and Life, a monster. We've seen him crush face through this tournament, so I absolutely cannot wait to see what he has in store for us here in the grand final. Of course, though, he has qualified through the points now. He needed first or second place to make it happen for himself. He has attained that goal, so now we shall see what he has.
Yeah, it's all about Keen grabbing that first place now, and is he going to do it or is he not? That's the question of this this series here, and of course a best of 5 spread across hopefully all the games. I'd love to see a full best of 5 games here. Keen showed actually, I was going to say great patience in the series. He showed great patience in game number 2 and 3 against Hyun's aggressive style. Game number 1, he played a little bit too aggressive against that super hyper aggressive style, but Life does not play the same like Hyun. Life is a more traditional Zerg player who of course will open up with Hatchery first like any other Zerg player, but he will go double Ling Infestor most likely, is the style he's used so many times before, into Streamline Ultra, into Broodlord. So a much more standard style of play, and I think, to be honest, that will fit Keen's style more often, or more better, because Keen is such a standard style Terran player himself.
But we did see him adapt to Hyun's style. That's the one thing. I think that Hyun's style kind of caught him off guard, where he is used to that textbook Zerg and expecting, you know, that very classic sort of style here. But, wow, he did really crush face. In any case, what is he going to be expecting here? He's seeing, okay, you're going to play a very standard, very by-the-book style of Zerg play. Well, great. I've faced that on the ladder. I've faced that against my teammates. I'm very comfortable with that sort of thing. And after watching him play versus Polt, that surgical certainty that he had as far as, you know, just picking apart his opponent, if he brings that into play against a Zerg, it's going to be a different thing.
And I'm just looking at the point system here, and if Life wins this and prevents Keen from taking the position available, and this is just my opinion, it's not actually the rule and what is set in stone, but Life right now is in rank number 1 in the point system, right? So even if he loses this final, he is rank 1, he's got all the points in the world, he is there. But I'm looking at this. Does that then allow... No, looking at it, it is fully locked.
Locked out. Squirtle will then get that position.
Squirtle gets the position no matter how this looks down. So basically, Life is guaranteed to go through. It is all about Keen winning his position in this tournament. That is it. 6 positions now locked. And for anybody that didn't know, while this game is, of course, still kicking off, the players qualified through winning the tournaments for the Korean qualifiers is Curious, Sting, Creator, and Tasia. And then qualified through the point system is Life, as we're seeing now, Hat, Hyun, First, Coca, and Squirtle. And we're about to see if Keen could join the ranks now, or is Life going to piss him off and take both positions, both the qualified spot and of also this. But the question I have as well is, and I don't know if this is true or not, I'm going to have to be corrected by the admins, what happens if Life wins and now he is not in the point system anymore? That now opens up a slot for Seed, if I'm not mistaken. Because of course Life will no longer be head of the chart.
Because he will automatically
get the Seed. And basically, if Life wins, I think I Am Seed will qualify.
That would make sense. That would make sense. If it frees a slot, and he's rank 7. He would be bumped up to that 6th slot.
Yeah, he'd be bumped up. And the guy behind Seed is Keen, who doesn't have enough points
to quite make it. Yeah.
So I think that's actually the thing. It's, you know, it's Keen or Seed.
Oh my. Well, poor Keen. I mean, we already know that Keen's on the ropes. He's got to make this happen for himself.
And like I said, that's no official judgment. That's actually just what I made in my mind and what I can see from the point system, like anybody else. And you know, maybe I should listen to the rule. Never do math on stream because you're always wrong. But
it's not math though. We're following a graph here, man. We're following a table.
Seed. So Seed still has a chance to qualify here, and that's with the hopes of how Life plays here. But
that's got to be the worst situation though to find yourself in, where you're relying on some other player's performance to allow you to get through. That's a nightmare. You're just sitting there biting your fingers.
And we are having Keen standard opening, which he used throughout the series against Sean, which is just, of course, one Barracks Command Center, double gas, and to react to Hellion into Cloak Banshee, looking to do damage around that third base. But look at this, we have a Spine already up. Leia is late, and there is no Evil Chamber. There is nothing to detect Cloak. Nothing at the moment, and the first Banshee is about to pop. Can it make its way over there before any Overseer is made? I'm sure it will. And will be able to do a lot of damage here.
Certainly will, and it's going to have a lot of opportunities, actually.
Yeah.
As it gets over there, the Cloak should finish researching, and just as he hits that third base, this could actually spell quite a bit of trouble here for Life. Funny saying that, Life in trouble, I don't know. It's like, this name really gets to me. There's a lot of jokes you can make with it, but whatever. Point being, he's actually going to be in a bit of trouble. We do have double engineering bay coming out. And so we do have the upgrades being followed up. So no slip up there by Keen. And look at this. It was spotted by an Overlord. So the Queens are in position. They're already getting some initial damage out onto this Banshee. But Cloak is about to wrap up in just a second's time. And once that is done and through, party time begins. But an Evo Chamber is out. An Evo Chamber is about to finish. And that means spores will be on the way.
He can make an Overseer, which is like so much faster.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, the Overseer.
He makes an Overseer. And the Banshee can go in and get kills. But he was so slow with Cloak finishing. He needed to get in there a little bit faster, and he's only going to get 4 or 5 kills when it could have been 7, 8, 9. A little bit of a missed movement there by Keen's Banshee, but another one's going to the main. There's no spores or Overseer
here, yeah.
And oh my god, is Keen going to be able to get a good advantage to roll through with?
I think he navigated his way right through the Overlords as well, so I don't think he has any idea of this Life, that is, has any idea. Although the spore does go down, he must have been just thinking about the follow-up Banshee that is sure to come. In any case, more kills coming out for Keen, and that's exactly what he needed. The first one didn't quite pull it off, the second one certainly is, and this is quite a large number of kills coming out already for these Banshees.
Yeah, look at that. 8 kills on that Banshee. In total, 12 drones have gone down here. Aspire is about to complete up, so we could be seeing some Mutas come out to chase these away to potentially deal some damage. But now that Banshee that was in the main went to the natural, saw the Spire, and of course, turrets will immediately follow this. And once again, Keen's in a position where usually you don't want to expand too early with your third command center in case of Ling Bailing's bringing it down before you have tanks. Because when you go Cloak Banshee, you don't really have Stim out. You don't have Combat Shields out because Cloak has been put in Banshees and Cloak instead of anything else. And hold that thought with
He's getting even more kills.
He gets more kills again. 17 in total.
That's a nightmare.
But yeah, going back to what I was saying, with the third command center, there's no Lings out, there's no Mutas or anything right now. There's just drones that are going to be used to replenish what he's lost. So he's able to take that third base quite comfortable. As long as he gets a bunker down there relatively fast, he should be fine to do so. But we do have Mutaplane coming out here from Life. And he has a lot out. He had a lot of gas. That's 13, 15 in total with the new ones that are coming.
And that's actually going to have quite a big bang coming in here. Although he can't afford to lose any to Marines. Good stim there by Keen. He manages to pick one up. And that's actually going to force the other ones to fly on home. So, excuse me. Good start here. But that is quite a large number of mutas. And that is more than enough to take out turrets or whatever have you in the main base. We'll see if there's more damage that's able to come of it. As Lings are making their way across the map as well. They're like, okay, you want to deal with this? Let's see if you can handle a whole pack. Okay, there we go. But the Lings actually being fended off.
Yeah, there weren't many Marines there, but they're at 1-1, which does help out a lot. Bane's being morphed here by Life, smelling weakness. He knows there's not that many units there. There is no bailing speed available here, but still it doesn't really matter. There's a lot of weak Marines here without combat shield. They do have 1-1.
Are there bunkers?
There are no bunkers. There is one bunker.
But one bunker, there's a bunker on the third, okay.
But he could lose absolutely everything here in Life.
If he gets this around. Oh, Keen pulling back into the choke though, very well done by him. He wants to avoid that as much as possible, but here it goes. The big engagement as the Lings close in. The Banelings as well, and they are on top of everything. This small pack of Marines isn't gonna, oh wow. That was a lot of SCVs getting blown up. There we go. Immediately evened up. 16 SCVs go down the pipe. And nice cheeky play there. Manages to pull supply depots up.
Yeah, doesn't want to lose too many mutas though. He can lose Banelings and Lings, but can't use mutas. There's more Lings going towards the third base. He can pick off the tank. The bunker is empty.
The mutas need to see the tank.
Pick off the tank, and then the Lings will run wild here until the rest of the reinforcements
they do make their way in though. There are some Marines though. They will be able to fend this off, but so far the damage has been quite well done here.
Heavy pressure here landing down by Life, but Keen is dealing with it, man. He's dealing with it. And he's doing okay. More and more lings and banelings are being streamed across. The infestation pit is down. Fourth base will follow behind that shortly, but now it looks like Life is going to go in again. Keen is really weak at the moment. He hasn't had the freedom to build up a decent-sized army yet.
And we do have Link streaming into the naturals. That was a very nice Baneling bust. And look at this. More Links moving their way up onto the ramp. The Marines will get shot down, especially with the Mutas there to support. And the Lings are actually trading fairly cost efficiently here, I would have to say.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
this is just such a very powerful pressure play. And the thing is that is excellent is that he hasn't slipped up on his tech either. He's got upgrades coming. He's got the infestation pit. So even if this were to fail, he's not too far behind.
And he gets that medivac, I was about to say. He needs to get that medivac to make use of these mutas before they do die.
And there we go. Even more, yeah.
But he does wall off with supply depots in the heat of the moment. Keen walls off, which is the best thing in the world.
Can he get that? Can he get it? No!
Keeps alive. Mutas now are left to fight alone, and with these Marines that are almost at 2-2 as well, halfway through 1-1, and turrets will defend in time, and now the fourth base is down for Life, and he will continue to drone. But once again, another attack is being lined up here, and Keen is not out of it yet, but the longer this goes on, the better it's becoming, because every time Life engages, he's fighting army to army, not really army to economy anymore, which means Life's army continues to grow.
Absolutely right, exactly that. As long as he can keep them away from the SCV line, those Banelings and the Lings, if he can keep them away from the SCV line, he's sitting pretty. Good Banes coming down, but the split exactly from Keen, managing to mitigate most of the damage intended there by Life, and Life is eventually, finally, going to be forced back. He is pulling back with his units. He's going to go ahead and reconvene, and he is actually double expanding with the 4th and 5th coming up. Does he have Hive on the way, however? I'm not sure if he actually researched that in the meantime. No, not yet. It just started.
32nd, yeah, but with the 4th and 5th base coming down, he was on 3 base versus 3 base for way too long.
Exactly.
And now needs a lot of gas. Instead of just the 4th base gas, he needs all 3 basically, the center base and the top left, to actually get towards the infest account, continue upgrades to more for Greater Spire. So this is very, very tense right now for Life, who Keen deflected that really, really well here, but is Keen going to slowly take a 4th base here and set up in the middle, which it looks like he's going to do. And with that, he's going to be able to drop. We have a drop at the top left and a one going down to the south as well. And with a very few units and very few gas units that Life has spread out in the middle, he can't defend both drops.
Well, there is that drop making way. Good split, though, by Life. He's not answering, like we saw, say, for example, Hyun, who was just sending his entire army to deal with these drops. He's actually splitting up his army fairly evenly here, so able to deal with both of those harassment efforts by Keen. Not really working out. Even Spine's going up in the main. So good job here by Life already, able to deal with some of this pressure, as that one Spine will go down. The drone's not even being pulled off the line, they're just staying put. And the Queen even getting a transfuse off, and that's going to buy enough time for the Lings to come in and clean that up. So good, damage control here by Life already, not losing any real economy in that.
Yeah, and now 4th base is going to be set up by Keen as he starts to move forward, knowing the map. He knows that the Hive is on its way. He knows that the Greatest Spire and High Tech is coming also. So right now he is getting ready to do this. Is he going to move across wisely? The Fungals are available. And there's a big, big spread here by Life. Who's going to try and do this? Can he?
Oh, he's got Infestor Suit. Can he get the Fungals down for the Banelings to connect? And it looks like he should be able to. Wow, just so much here. And Life is just going to clean this push up, no problem at all. Fungals going down on the Medivacs to allow the Mutas to clean them up. Oh, nice reinforcements though by Keen. That's a lot of Marines. He's going to have to back up.
11 Marines per cycle, if not 13 here and there. A lot of Infestors dying.
Infestor.
Need some more Banelings, or at least grab the Fungal Growth. Oh,
nice! Fungal going down.
Oh, but there's not that many Lings to back this up, so despite that being a nice Fungal, he needs a second one.
Well, he's got a lot of Lings here. He's got a lot of Lings, and he backs himself right into a corner. That whole pack of Marines goes down easy peasy, and there you go. Good job here by Life. And so far, such an even match. That's the beauty of this so far. It's just like there's pressure involved. Everything is on the line here for Keen in particular. And still, both of these guys playing to the utmost of their abilities. It is truly fantastic to watch.
And with Life catching that last squadron, he's able to morph his broodlords at last and give himself time. Another drop has been sent off here by Keen, heading towards that potential top left base to try and pull it down. There is nothing really out there at the moment for both of these guys so far, so just that single drop, but Keen is moving forward again. Broodlords are morphing, he doesn't have a second star point, he does not have Vikings yet, out. He only has Marine tank, and with Broodlords morphing, Life is in a good position. But this drop at the top left, nothing there. Very late spy crawlers to defend it, and Keen is going to be able to start hunting down those drones.
It's on creep, though. It's on creep. He knows. And look at that. The Marines actually drop down just as supposed to run up here. He may, but that's going to buy the team. That's going to buy the
and the Broodlords are
unprotected.
And if Marines can get underneath his fancy stims, he knows.
The Lynx just barely able to get back in time. The beauty of creep giving them the movement speed necessary.
But he pulls back and leaves the drop alone at the north because he knows he has to deal with the Marine squad, and he does get back to protect these Broodlords. Are in great position, but with no Vikings or nothing here to actually deal with these Broodlords, they will push Keen back easily here.
And he is able to clean up that drop. Finally, that empty medevac is going to make its way back to the main force. But Keen still on 4 bases.
And right now we have a lot of links being made, banelings being morphed as well, and an engagement here I don't think Keen should take, Life should take this. There's only really Lings there, and Keen is going to hold this, I think, but the Broodlords will power through, and Keen does hold on the ground, but does he have enough in the air? There's a lot of Broodlords and more Lings streaming through. 3-3 Marines are going to beat down these 3-2 Lings eventually, and that will leave the Broodlords open. Is Life overextending here? I think he is.
It seems like it, yeah. It seems like it. He tried to push forward, but no Infestors to deal with those Vikings. No Infested Terrans to fend them off.
Lings swimming through, but I don't think Link's going to cut it, man. They died before they even touched the Marines.
Yeah, he just has to back up as best he can.
Man. He may have just lost the game there and then. Look at that. There is nothing at home. The only Banelings is the only thing he can do to deal with damage to Marines.
And they're going to get sniped out.
And the counterattack could just kill him. Oh my god.
We have so many medevacs as well.
Throw this away. Shouldn't have gone. He shouldn't have gone. And now the 5th base in the center falls down, and Keen takes full advantage. Ling Bailey's coming in, but Keen can split just like anybody else, and he will.
Oh, not
no lie.
Oh, this pack of Marines surviving spell the end. This is it. He's going to push up into the natural now, really pressing his advantage as best he can. And the GG comes out. That's it. Life